Hello, Headbangers. Welcome to the club. Today we're going to talk about Queen, Brian May, woke culture, and Freddie Mercury. So, in recent news, Brian May gave an interview to The Mirror. Brian May had some very harsh words to say about today's woke culture and today's current censorship in the media. So, as you can see here, Queen legend Brian May blasted today's woke culture and said Freddie Mercury would have struggled with it. The guitarist, 74, made his comments as he lambasted the Brit Awards for scrapping their male and female categories. So basically, the backstory here is that starting next year, the British Awards, the British Music Awards, will no longer divide male and female categories. So you won't have best male singer, best female singer, best male artist, best female artist. That is gonna be cancelled. That is not gonna happen anymore. And now you only gonna have best artist or best singer. Their justification is because of the fact that having best male or best female categories will exclude non-binary people. So basically, Brian May goes on a rant here, and he says that Freddie Mercury, who died of in 1991, would have never accepted the PC culture that we have nowadays. He said, for instance, Freddie came from Zanzibar, he wasn't British. Yeah, that's a fact. Not a lot of people know about this. He wasn't white as such. Nobody cares. Nobody ever discussed it. So it's a really valid point. Freddie was super talented. Freddie was an icon, and it was not because of the fact that he wasn't European, British, or whatever. That he wasn't white, that he wasn't blonde, that he wasn't like a typical figure, European figure, that he hadn't success. The legend of Freddie Mercury has lived on for decades and will keep on living on. And nobody cares about if he's a male, female, skin color. People are only concerned about his talent. And as Brian May points out, Freddie was a musician. He was our friend. He was our brother. We didn't have to stop and think, oh, now should we work with him? So another pretty great point. So they never ever considered the fact that he was not from England as like something that made the band consider Freddie as not a great option for the singer for Queen, because as you can see, he was always a great frontman. He was always a great singer. He was super talented, and no one cared. So basically, now these changes of rules are kind of contradicting, and Brian May can really accept them and says that Freddie wouldn't live quite well with this. So Brian blasted the Brits for scrapping their male and female category. Is it the right color? Is it the right sexual productivity? None of that happened, and now I find it frightening that you have to be so calculating about everything. So once again, Brian says that this is kind of hypocrisy. This is a bit of political agenda behind all of this, and none of it seems real. None of it seems genuine. It's basically trying to cater to a certain type of crowd that wants this to happen. This is Brian's point of view as well. So yeah, you don't have to agree with him. You don't have to believe his words or accept his words, but this is point of view. Now Brian believes even Queen, who have won 4 Brit Awards, would not consider diverse enough to be in the modern age. We would be forced to have people of different colors and different sexes, and we would have to have a trans person. So another point. Even as Freddie Mercury as a foreigner, Brian believes that Queen would not be seen as a diverse enough band to win awards these days. And this is quite scary, because one thing is talent, another thing is your origins and the way that you dress, your sexual orientation, where you come from. So in these awards, really the only thing that should be considered his talent. Um, the awards should go to the best of the best in their category, and the rest should be really secondary. So Brian goes on and it says, life doesn't have to be like that. We can be separate and different. So Brian was speaking against the decision to have Artist of the Year award instead of separate ones after a non-binary singer, Sam Smith. Sam Smith, he did the soundtrack for 007, James Bond. He did several other hits among the last year of his career. It means that Adele and Ed Sheeran are likely to go head-to-head at February ceremony. So yeah, next year, when you get Artist of the Year, you won't have Ed Sheeran as the best singer, male singer, and Adele as the best female singer. So now, only one award. Critics argue that female singers could be overlooked as they have been at previously male-dominated awards. So anyway, no one is happy with this. Attending ITV's Palooza at the Royal Festival Hall with his wife, Anita Dobston, Brian said, "It's a decision that has been made without enough thought." Brian goes on and on about this current state of affairs, but as you can see, this is something that's here to stay. The Brit Awards will be first, then after this probably MTV will implement the same metrics and the same agenda, and it's just a topic that needs to be thought about, needs to be considered. Maybe we can find a middle ground. But anyway, this is just Brian's opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.